Roman Reigns loses to Jey Uso big SummerSlam swerve. Latest on Sasha Banks' ongoing injury. Triple H forced to cancel NITB cash-in plans due to legitimate injury. WWE reportedly views LA Knight in a different way to the fans. Latest on WWE's plans to form a new faction. Noteworthy comments on what Brock Lesnar is like in real life. WWE ditches Bray Wyatt's return feud. Roman Reigns finally turns babyface. Let's jump right into it. Latest on Sasha Banks' ongoing injury. After picking up a recent injury on her ankle, which required surgery, new details have emerged on former WWE superstar Mercedes Moné's, aka Sasha Banks' continued absence from the ring. The 31-year-old left World Wrestling Entertainment in May 2022 after she and her tag team partner Trinity, aka Naomi, left after being dissatisfied with their booking as the women's tag team champion. Now wrestling for New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestling Observer Radio via Wrestling Headlines recently reported that Mercedes Moné is choosing to stay quiet about her status and when she will return. Since signing for the Japanese promotion earlier this year, Mercedes reached the top of the company as she won the IWGP Women's Championship after defeating a fellow former WWE star in the form of Carrie. Over the years, the former SmackDown, Raw, and NXT Women's Champion has worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, such as Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, and Bayley. During a recent interview with the New York Post, Mercedes Moné's former tag team partner Trinity was asked if she is open to working with her friend once again. "I wouldn't want to do it with anyone else other than her, whatever that is. I'll always do what's best for her, what's best for me, and what's best for the business. If it's something that comes up that makes sense for the both of us, hell yeah." Like Moné, Trinity also has found great success since leaving World Wrestling Entertainment. This past weekend, the 35-year-old defeated Deonna Purrazzo at Slammiversary to become the new Impact Knockouts World Champion. Who is the greatest female WWE superstar of all time? Give us your pick in the comments section below. Triple H might be forced to cancel NITB cash-in plans due to legitimate injury. Triple H is now touching a year into his run as the head of WWE Creative. So far, it has been successful, and like anybody in his position, he has to make changes and adjustments according to real-life situations such as injuries. He may be forced to change plans for a failed Money in the Bank cash-in due to a recent injury. We're talking about the legitimate knee injury that Bayley suffered in the latest WWE live event. Referee Jessica Kerr was forced to throw the X symbol, which is a sign of a legitimate injury. While the extent of it isn't known, it put a halt to the contest, and there is now major concern as Bayley is the second Damage Control member injured, with Dakota Kai tearing her ACL back in May. Given that the storyline with Io Sky hinted at the role model costing her the cash-in, Triple H might be forced to cancel that plan, which means that there could now be a higher chance of Io Sky becoming the WWE Women's Champion. Bayley being out of action makes a huge difference to the story, and we wouldn't be surprised if the game speeds up the face turn that has been teased for Io Sky. Perhaps a big SummerSlam cash-in. To many, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match was the best of the night, and Io Sky's win was praised as one of the most unique finishes in NITB match history. In the post-NITB press conference, Triple H shared his thoughts on the women's ladder match. Io just again, massive night for her. "I felt the women had a spectacular Money in the Bank ladder match. Very creative finish, literally walking over her Damage Control leader to get to the top of the ladder and claim her victory. Congratulations to her." It remains to be seen how things will pan out for Bayley and his faction members in the coming weeks. What will the game have planned for Io Sky? Let us know what you think in the comments below. WWE reportedly views LA Knight in a different way to the fan. While WWE higher-ups have always tried to push specific performers that they see as potential stars, sometimes the fans' passion for a certain individual will be too great for them to ignore. The star in question that has recently resonated with many fans in LA Knight. The megastar was many's pick to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match earlier this month. Despite his rise in popularity, a recent report made by Wrestling Observer Radio via Wrestling News stated that the 40-year-old is still seen as a heel by company officials. LA Knight is really over. It's weird, they still slot him as a heel, but they know, and everyone knows he's a babyface. They know he's a really big flavor of the month thing, so you might as well take advantage of it. This past Friday on SmackDown, LA Knight announced his title aspirations by calling out the current United States champion, Austin Theory. In recent weeks, LA Knight has been compared to that of one of WWE's most charismatic performers, The Rock. Speaking on his Storytime podcast, former WWE manager Dutch Mantell, aka Zeb Coulter, said that Knight is more similar to the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. "I get a little bit of a Stone Cold Steve Austin vibe when I see him, even more than The Rock, but he's a great talker, a good worker, and the people like him. Even being a heel, I've seen this a lot of times. You put a performer out there and you want people to dislike him, yet on the other hand, it go the other way. So you have to listen to them, because if you continue to push him as a heel, the fans will bail on you. We don't want to see him that way, we kinda like him." This Friday on SmackDown, LA Knight will take on Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, and Cameron Grimes in the United States title invitational. How far can LA Knight go in WWE? Give us your thoughts in the comments section below. Latest on WWE's plans to form a new faction. This past Friday on SmackDown, WWE fans were teased with the possible formation of a brand new faction as Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits met to discuss business. Lashley has not been seen on TV since he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal during WrestleMania weekend last April. Since the recent draft, neither he nor the Street Profits seem to have any creative direction. According to a recent report on Wrestling Observer Radio via Ringside News, company higher-ups are planning on starting a new faction with Bobby, Ford, and Dawkins. One match that many have been clamoring to see in recent years is Bobby Lashley against Roman Reigns, with the Almighty being one of the few big stars that the Tribal Chief has not faced during his current world title run. During the height of the pandemic, one of the standout acts from the era was the formation of the Hurt Business, consisting of Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and MVP. Speaking on the WWE Network's show Table for Three, Bobby Lashley spoke about the cultural significance of his faction. We were able to give our audience a different look at black talent because before it was always like you had to be militant or dancing or you had to be this or that. I was like, no man, all of us make good money. We carry ourselves in a certain way so we don't have to be thugs, we don't have to be this, we don't have to be that. We can show kids, such as my son and kids growing up, that these three black athletes are very talented. They can do anything else, but at the same time, they're not a thug, they're not tap dancing, they're not doing any of this. During their time as a stable, Bobby Lashley won the WWE Championship for the first time in his career, whilst Alexander and Benjamin captured the Raw Tag Team Championships. What is the greatest WWE faction of all time? Give us your pick in the comments section below. Noteworthy comments on what Brock Lesnar is like in real life. James Ellsworth recently recalled how he interacted with Brock Lesnar behind the scenes in WWE. Ellsworth enjoyed two spells with WWE between 2016 and 2018 after making the good impression as an enhancement talent in a match against Braun Strowman. At the time, Lesnar was one of the biggest names on the Raw roster. On the Hannibal TV, Ellsworth confirmed that Lesnar was always pleasant whenever they spoke to each other backstage at shows. I always made a point to find him and shake his hand, so I just wanted to be around this guy and see how he was. Always very nice. Dude, he's all businessman. He comes in, he does his job, he does it well, and he rolls. He doesn't bother anybody. It's not like he's an arrogant guy that comes in, mean to everyone how people might think. In 2017, the Royal Rumble match largely revolved around Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, and The Undertaker. The 30-man contest also featured some lighthearted moments, including James Ellsworth's entry from the number 11 position. In a 2022 interview with Essentially Sports, Ellsworth said that WWE officials initially wanted him to get involved in a physical altercation with Lesnar. However, the plan changed and he ended up working with his former opponent Braun Strowman instead. When I first got there, they told me I might be doing something in the Royal Rumble with Brock Lesnar, Ellsworth said. And I was like, whoa, cool. And they're like, no, you're going to do it with Braun instead. I was like, okay, that makes more sense because him and I have a history together. Ellsworth lasted just 15 seconds in the Royal Rumble before Strowman eliminated him. Randy Orton ultimately won the match after eliminating Roman Reigns. Would you like to have seen Brock Lesnar and James Ellsworth interact in the 2017 Royal Rumble? Let us know in the comments section below. 12-time champion to dethrone Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has had a decently long reign as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. However, he might have a former rival waiting to challenge for the prestigious title. This person is none other than Big E, who once dethroned Seth Rollins as the NXT champion back in 2013. It has been over a year since he last wrestled in a WWE ring, but he has since recovered a lot, if not completely. During a recent appearance on an episode of After the Bell featuring Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick, the 12-time champion in WWE addressed the status of his injury. He said he feels 100%, but still doesn't have a timetable for a comeback. Unfortunately, I don't have a timetable. The great thing is I feel 100%. I don't even feel like someone who broke their neck. My mobility is incredible and great. My strength is great. I have no issues whatsoever, said Big E. He continued to state that he lacks any answers regarding his return, but he is happy that his body feels great. I wish I had some answers on returning to the ring. I have nothing, unfortunately. But the beautiful thing is I feel great. My body feels great. I'm really thankful for that. Life is good. I'm blessed. I can walk around and touch my toes, go to the gym, all those things, E said. Professional wrestlers are good at hiding their return date to deliver a surprise to their fans, and if that's the case with Big E, fans might see him surprisingly return at SummerSlam 2023 to confront Seth Rollins. He could also go on to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. However, these are just speculations and nothing is confirmed as of now. According to rumors and the storyline featured on WWE Raw, Seth Rollins will likely face Finn Balor again for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam 2023. While Finn Balor is already booked strong enough to become the new champion at SummerSlam, he isn't the only person Rollins should be worried about. Another Judgment Day member, Damian Priest, currently holds the Money in the Bank briefcase and has already tried to cash in his contract on the Visionary. If he tried something similar again, he could be the World Heavyweight Champion at the end of SummerSlam 2023. Who do you think should finally dethrone Seth Rollins? Let us know in the comments section. WWE ditches Bray Wyatt's return feud. Bray Wyatt was in the midst of a rise to the top under the new AAA regime last year. He had a great rivalry with LA Knight, which ended at the Royal Rumble in a one-of-kind Mountain Dew pitch black match. Leading up to WrestleMania 39, Wyatt started a feud with Bobby Lashley. Strangely, the former WWE champion seemingly disappeared overnight for no known reason. Some rumors claim he got injured, while some claim he didn't see eye to eye with WWE creative and walked away. As per Zero News, there are rumors that Bray Wyatt could return soon and would reignite his rivalry with Bobby Lashley. Moreover, the fans would be overly joyed to have Wyatt back on WWE TV again. Hearing Wyatt/Lashley is likely the feud for Bray's return, this was originally meant to be for Mania, but was put on hold. This is not 100% yet, but is picking up some steam. Unfortunately, these chances look very slim as Bobby Lashley made his return to SmackDown this past Friday. He invited the Street Profits for a drive in his limo, which looked set to be the seeds of the formation of a Hurt Business 2.0. As of now, the chances of Bray Wyatt's imminent return look very thin. Last year, Extreme Rules, we witnessed a moment of the year candidate when Bray Wyatt made a thunderous return to the company. With a new version of his character, under a new regime, the WWE Universe thought that the company had something amazing on their hands. Unfortunately, that hope faded away even before anyone could realize it. Hall of Famer Teddy Long also felt WWE missed the boat with Wyatt while speaking to us. There's something wrong somewhere. I don't know what it is. They bring him back and put him out there, and then they take him away. So I just don't understand it. Maybe the writers haven't figured out exactly what they want to do. I don't know, but I think they are missing the boat with Bray Wyatt. I really do. Wyatt is still listed as an active superstar on WWE's official website. SummerSlam is in a few weeks' time and is one of the big 5 premium live events for WWE. These events always see big matches, returns, and moments that the fans won't forget. Roman Reigns finally turns babyface. Roman Reigns has become the top name in sports entertainment ever since he became the tribal chief. While Reigns had been pushed as a babyface before that, the fans rejected the Universal Champion as a good guy. He, however, has reached new heights of popularity as WWE's top villain. That might be set to change. Last week on SmackDown, Reigns was put on a trial by the Usos. However, he faked giving up the mantle of the tribal chief by passing over the Lee or Eula Fala to Jay, but ended up attacking both Usos. While Reigns is still ahead of the table, introducing the Lay as a symbol of supremacy could mean he could soon turn babyface. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer stated that the introduction of the Lay on SmackDown opens up a lot of possibilities, as Reigns could turn babyface if someone was to destroy the Lay or try to take it from him. The way all 3 of his cousins eyed the Lay symbolized how important it is for the bloodline. Sicko was totally protected. They also introduced the Lay as the symbol of being the tribal chief and can be used for future angles. Down the line, somebody can destroy the Lay if Reigns needs to be a face, and it just opens up lots of little things, said Meltzer. Roman Reigns' run as a heel has been nothing short of phenomenal. His transformation into the bloodline's top honcho has made him one of the most captivating characters in recent memory. However, after an extended period in the antagonist role, fans might be craving a change. Turning Roman Reigns into a babyface would provide a fresh canvas for storytelling. It would allow the WWE creative team to explore new angles, feuds, and alliances that could reinvigorate Reigns' character and engage the audience in a different way, especially if Solo Sikoa tries to take the Lay away from Reigns and establish himself as the new tribal chief. Roman Reigns loses to Jey Uso big SummerSlam swerve. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso is set up as the main event for the upcoming WWE SummerSlam event. While many speculate that Jimmy or Solo Sikoa will have a part in the match, a new Anoa'i member may also be present. The latest Anoa'i member who made their wrestling debut is Zilla Fatu, son of Umaga. He won his first match at Booker T's Reality of Wrestling promotion by delivering the Samoan Spike to his opponent. However, this is the main hint regarding his upcoming match between Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Zilla Fatu has only just made his wrestling debut and would most likely need more experience in the field, which won't give him time as SummerSlam is already next month. Still, if the 22-year-old appears, he has already stated that he is on Jey Uso's team, as Roman Reigns have disrespected the twins. I got Jey. Team Jey. I'm more built on respect and loyalty, so that's kind of going on. Roman disrespected Jey and Jimmy, but we all family at the end of the day. All families have hiccups, ups, and downs. Stay tuned, it's gonna get crazy. It will surely take a while before Zilla appears in the Stanford-based promotion, but he has already envisioned how he will debut. Interestingly, his approach is much more personal. While on Chris Ortiz's The Be Someone podcast, Fatu revealed that if he entered the Bloodline storyline, he wouldn't come for the title, but for his birthright. It would just basically be me coming after the birthright of the table. Does that make sense? It's not gonna be me fighting for the belt. It's gonna be me fighting for the necklace. It's more to it though. He laughed. Stay tuned, stay tuned. But yeah, it's just gonna be the birthright. While many fans anticipate the clash between the head of the table and Jey Uso, another rematch will occur this week. It was recently announced that on Sunday, July 22, 2023, Roman Reigns versus versus Rey Mysterio will occur for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Since the live event will be in Mexico, it's no surprise if most fans in attendance will back up the Hall of Famer. It remains to be seen if Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso will be confirmed for SummerSlam 2023. For now, fans will have to wait and see how the storyline will progress.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for